Hi everyone, welcome to Inside and Out Yoga and Meditation, where every day we help you reach your highest potential inside and out. I'm Emily and I'm your yoga instructor. Today we are continuing to push our practice further, our physical practice. We're going to be working on binds. It is still an all levels friendly practice though, I promise. Maybe you'll need a block, but I don't think you will. You can grab it just in case. Let's get going. All right, everyone, whenever you're ready, join me in whatever comfortable seat you choose today. Let your hands fall where they may, and bring your eyes to a close or just a soft, gentle gaze. Coming into the moment, this moment right now on the mat, not anticipating the practice or anything that may or may not happen during it, or even after the practice for the rest of your day. Just being here with your breath and your body and your mat and me. As I've said, we're going to be really focusing on our physical practice this week and the next few weeks. That doesn't mean, though, it's not going to have an internal effect. Right? Today we're working on binds, which is physically challenging. And it is also internally challenging. It's going to really open up the front of the body, opening up our chest, our heart center. This is where our fourth chakra lives, our love, right? Our love for ourselves, our love for others, our compassion, our patience, all of those things that are tied together. They live right here up in our chest, in our fourth chakra. And that is the beauty of the binds. It really helps us to open up that area, free some space in it. So no matter what may or may not happen, don't bring judgment into it, right? Where the judgment has no place in our fourth chakra, and our heart serves us no purpose. We'll start our practice with a nice deep cleansing breath, inhaling through the nose and maybe sighing out through the mouth. Inhaling together. And exhale, sigh it out. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes and meet me in a tabletop position. Really spread the fingertips wide, pressing the earth away with the hands and the tops of the feet, activating the core, connecting to the breath. On your next inhale, raise the right arm to the sky, opening up the chest, reaching high. And on the exhale, thread it underneath your left arm, letting your right ear come to the earth. The left arm can come out long, or maybe see what it's like to wrap it around your back, letting the back of your palm rest on your right hip crease. Letting the hips be still, not letting them sway to one side or the other. Left arm comes back up long if you had it binded, pressing up. Right arm comes back to sky and letting it fall down to the earth. Repeating that on the other side. Inhale, left arm to sky. Exhale, thread it under your right arm. Left shoulder comes to the earth. The right arm comes long, or wrapping it around your back. Whatever you chose to do on the other side, whether you bind it or not, choose that on this side so we keep our sides nice and even. Feeling that top shoulder really draw down the back, opening up the chest in this twist here. Rooting down through the tops of the feet. Right arm comes up long, pressing back up. Left arm lifts to the sky. Maybe you look up at your fingertips and coming back down to your tabletop. Maybe you walk your hands forward a little bit, tuck the toes and lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedaling out through the feet here, just trying to find where you're comfortable in your dog. Shoulders draw away from the ears. And find a stillness. Maybe you have some bent knees. Look forward and take a nice slow walk to the top of the mat and fold when you arrive. reconnecting with your breath, feeling the openness in the low back, in the neck. Maybe hold opposite elbows and sway, encouraging the neck to just loosen. And slowly with bent knees, roll up to a standing position, shoulders drawing down the back, big toes rooting down to the earth, finding a nice tall spine. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, and exhale, fold forward through bent knees. Step the right foot back, low lunge, plant the palms, and step the left foot back to meet it, downward facing dog. Roll forward to a plank pose, lower your knees, bend through the elbows, lower all the way down to the earth. Untuck the toes, elbows hug back, chest lifts, baby cobra, and exhale up and back, maybe through knees or through tabletop, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to sky. Exhale, step it forward between the palms, low lunge. Left hand to the earth, right arm lifts, low lunge, twist. Bringing the right arm back down, left foot steps up to meet right, halfway lift, spine nice and long, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way, arms sweep overhead, and exhale, fold forward, maybe hands come through heart center. Inhale, left foot steps back. Exhale, right foot steps to meet it, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to that plank pose. Maybe you lower the knees again, or maybe you lower as one unit all the way to your belly. Inhale, baby cobra, chest lifts, and exhale up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step it forward between the palms, low lunge. Finding that low lunge twist, right palm to the earth, left arm rises, drawing the shoulder away from the ears, opening up the chest. And exhale, bring that palm back down, right foot steps to meet left. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, letting it go. Inhale, roll up, arms sweep overhead, inhale. And exhale, folding forward. Right foot steps back, low lunge, plant the palms, left foot steps back, downward facing dog. Roll forward to that plank pose. You can keep with lowering all the way, or you can choose to lower halfway for chaturanga, flipping the feet to upward facing dog and exhaling, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts on the inhale. Exhale, step it forward between the palms, finding that low lunge twist, right arm rising, right hip crease drawing back, right arm comes back down, left foot steps up, halfway lift, spine long, and exhale, fold. Inhale all the way to stand, arms sweep overhead, maybe you look up, and exhale, folding forward. Left foot steps back on the inhale, right foot steps to meet it, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to that plank, lowering half or all the way, your choice, flipping to up dog or baby cobra, shoulders away from the ears in both, and exhale up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to sky, stepping it forward, finding that low lunge twist, left arm rises, maybe you look up at your palms, bringing the left hand back to the earth, stepping the right foot up, halfway lift, spine long, and exhale, letting it go. Inhale all the way up, arms sweep overhead, and exhale, fold it forward. Right foot steps back, left foot steps back, downward facing dog. Finding the breath. We've started to build some heat. We're going to start to flow. On your next inhale, raise the right leg to sky, step it forward between the palms for that low lunge. Spin the back heel down, arms sweep open, warrior two. Nice bend in that right knee, rooting down through the right big toe and the outer edge of the left foot. Nice tall spine here, maybe looking over your right fingertips. Twisting the right foot so the feet are parallel and folding forward, wide-legged forward fold. Hands can come to the floor or blocks. Heel toe your right foot back to face the top of your mat and open up to extended side angle pose, bending through that right knee, letting the right forearm rest on the right thigh. Maybe you reach down for a block or the floor. You keep your arm on the thigh. Left arm is raised. Let it go. Sweep the right arm up and back. Peaceful warrior. Cartwheel the hands down And we move through our flow, which could be a chaturanga, it could be lowering all the way, it could be a child's pose, whatever you like. I will meet you in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step it forward between the palms, spin that back heel down. Right arm guides us up and open, warrior two. Left knee bends. Parallel the feet. You might need to change the length of your legs as you fold forward, wide-legged forward fold. You can bend through the elbows. You can keep the arms straight, really depending on how deep of a stretch you want here. Heel toe the left toes back to face the top of your mat and open up extended side angle pose. Drawing that left hip crease back, left knee is bent. Drawing the right shoulder down the back to find a twist here. Inhale, left arm comes up and back, right arm comes down the back thigh, peaceful warrior. Cartwheel the hands down and move through your chaturangas, your child's poses, skipping it. This is your time. I'll meet you in down dog. Inhale, right leg to sky. Exhale, step it forward between the palms, low lunge, spinning the back heel down. We rise, warrior two, finding our base here, finding our power, paralleling the feet and folding forward for that wide-legged forward fold. Maybe you even take a sway here, whatever you'd like. Heel toe the feet closer together and find a Melasana Squat. Knees nice and wide. Hands can come to heart center and the elbows press on the knees to kind of open up that space a little more. Bring the right arm on the inside of the right thigh, tending the fingertips just outside in front of the knee and the toes. Left arm comes open up to the sky, really opening up that chest here. This can be kind of a deep stretch, so if you want to just stay in your Melasana, that's fine. Letting it go, coming back to center and taking it to the left side, finding the twist here, finding the openness in the chest, rooting down through the heels, coming back to center, folding forward and heel toeing the legs wide back to our wide-legged forward fold. Right toes face the top of your mat. We come to our extended side angle once again. And maybe this time the left arm wraps around the back to find a half bind. Maybe the right hand comes under your thigh and meets your left hand for a full bind. Whatever bind you chose, let it go as you step the left foot forward to the top of your mat. And as you roll up, bring your left leg with you in for a hug, really rooting down through that right big toe and the right heel, standing tall, lifting out of the right hip, and gently letting your left knee come open out to the side. And maybe you stay here with the left hand on the left knee, or maybe you reach down for the left big toe, keeping the knee bent, or maybe you extend the leg out long, Utthita Asta Padangusthasana B. See what feels good here. You might fall, and that's totally fine. We're going further. We're pushing ourselves. We're seeing what we can do, where we might go, what we might find. Let it go. Step the left foot back. Peaceful warrior. Cartwheel the hands down. Move through your flow. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Great job. On your next inhale, left leg comes to sky. Exhale, step it forward between the palms, low lunge, spinning the arms open, warrior two, you know exactly where we're going. Wide-legged forward fold, paralleling the feet, letting the torso fold forward. Coming up to fingertips as you heel toe the feet in closer, finding your Melasana Squat, maybe taking some sways, feeling what you can find in your hips. Right arm tense down once again. Left arm comes up to the sky. Maybe this time you take a half bind around the back, letting your palm rest on your right hip. And take it to the other side. If you took the bind, see what it feels like on with the right arm bound back. And you can stay in your bind as long as you'd like. When you're ready to let it go, heel toe the legs out long again, finding your wide-legged forward fold, and crawl forward, bringing the left toes to face the top of your mat, extended side angle pose, bending through that left leg. Again, if you took the half bind on the other side, take the half bind. If you took the full bind, take that full bind. Hands meet just underneath your left thigh. Whatever feels good here. Maybe you have a block underneath that left arm. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Let your binds go in your forward fold. Slowly rolling up to stand, bringing the right knee in for a hug as you do. Rooting down through that left leg, finding the activation in your core. Right knee opens up out to the side with the help of the hand. Maybe you stay here, left hand on the hip. Maybe you reach down for your big toe with your 2 peace fingers on the right hand. Maybe you stay there, or maybe you extend the right leg out long. Using your breath to anchor you. If you extended the leg, bring it back in and gently step the right foot back. Peaceful warrior, left arm comes up and back. Cartwheel the hands down to frame that front foot. Plank pose, moving through your vinyasa. And your vinyasa can change every single round. Sometimes you take chaturanga, sometimes you lower all the way, sometimes you take a child's pose. It's always your choice. Once you're in down dog, inhale, right leg comes to sky. Open up to that warrior 2, our home base for this practice. Parallel the feet, folding forward, wide-legged forward fold. Heel toeing the feet in, getting ready for a little bit of a switch up here as we come to our Melasana Squat. Hands at heart center. Maybe swaying back and forth. Right hand tense down. We wrap the left arm behind the back, and maybe we wrap the right arm around our knee so the hands join behind our back. Heel toe the left foot in. Bring the weight to the left foot and come to your toes on the right side. And however many times it takes you to get there, come to stand with the bind. So your knee is kind of locked in under your right tricep. Letting it go. A little mini bird of paradise there. Peaceful warrior. Cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot and move through your flow. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to sky. Step it forward between the palms. Coming up to that warrior 2. Finding your strength, finding your confidence as we look towards another mini bird of paradise. Parallel the feet and fold for that wide-legged forward fold. Heel toe the feet together. Come to your comfortable Melasana Squat. Left arm tense, right arm wraps behind you, and your hands maybe meet. Maybe you use a towel or a strap here to help your hands come together. Right foot steps in, coming to the toes of the left leg, and we stand tall out of the right hip. Maybe you wobble, maybe you fall. Maybe you even just find a tree pose here, if that's more comfortable for you. If you have a full bird of paradise, you can go crazy with that. Letting it go and finding your peaceful warrior. It doesn't have to be graceful by any means. You can take a vinyasa or skip it. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Finding your breath in your dog after all that work. We just have a bit more to go, and you can do it. I know you can. Look forward, come to your toes, bend through the knees, step, jump, or hop to the top of your mat and fold when you arrive. Sweep the arms up to frame the ears, land in a chair pose. Hands come to heart center. Twisting over to the right, left elbow hooks on the outside of the right knee. Really opening the chest here, finding the twist. Weight comes to the left leg. Keep the elbow and knee connected and rise. You might fall. Grab the right knee with your left hand. Right arm comes to the back of the mat, finding a twist. Maybe you stick with the knee, or maybe you reach forward to grab your foot and extend the leg. Right arm wraps behind the back for a bind. Unwind, let the leg go, and come back to your chair pose. arms to frame the ears. Weight comes into the right leg, crossing the left leg over, right arm under left, or left arm under right, sorry. Eagle pose. You can do a single or double wrap for the legs. Single wrap is just crossing your thighs like you're sitting in a chair. Double wrap would be crossing your foot behind your calf. Whatever feels good. I did a single wrap because that's what my hips had the room for. Step the left foot back, curtsy, kind of bow forward to yourself and sit onto your mat. Left leg long, right leg crosses over the left. Finding a twist here. Right arm tense behind you. Maybe you look over the right shoulder. Starting to slow things down, even with some challenging poses sprinkled in. Take a counter twist to the other side, just bowing over the left side. Hands come behind you, knees come to the sky. Press up for a reverse tabletop. And come back down. You can take a vinyasa here. You can go right to downward facing dog. Inhale, step, jump, or hop to the top of your mat and fold forward. Inhale, come to your chair pose. Maybe sit a little lower. Hands come to heart center. Twist over to the left, hooking the right elbow on the right knee. Pressing the palms together to help twist further, twisting the torso further. Weights in the right leg. Come to the left toes and see what happens if you try to stand, keeping the elbow and knee connected. Grab onto the left knee with the right palm. Maybe you grab for the left foot. Left arm extends behind you. Maybe left foot extends. See what happens if you take a half bind here. Continuing to look past your left shoulder. Bringing the knee in, unwinding, and letting the leg go. Sitting back into your chair pose. Weight comes in to the left leg, wrapping the right leg around, right arm under, left arm over. Eagle pose, Garudasana. Finding a root in your standing big toe. Sitting deep as if you're still in a chair, both hip creases drawing back. Breathing. And stepping the right foot behind you in a curtsy, bowing forward to yourself and coming to a seat. Right leg long, left leg crosses over. And twist open to the left. Left arm tense behind you. Right arm can give your left knee a little bit of a hug. Finding a tall spine, even as we counter twist over to the right side, bowing over the right hip. Bring the feet in, knees to sky, hands behind you, reverse tabletop, lifting the hips and coming back down. Stepping back to a plank pose and lowering all the way to your belly. Letting the practice go. Feeling the work you did, feeling the pride. On an inhale, draw the fingertips back to reach the feet. That brings your chest off the ground. We lift the feet off the ground. Little tiny back bend and exhale, letting it go. You can bring one cheek to the ground or maybe your forehead. Just totally give in to gravity. You can stick with drawing the fingertips back, or you can clasp the hands behind the back, drawing the shoulders together, lifting the chest off the earth, feet come off the earth, and exhale, letting it go. Even these seemingly easy back bends can be pretty intense. Flip over onto your back. Feet come to the earth, knees point to the sky. Left ankle crosses over right knee. Figure 4 stretch. You can maybe grab onto your back right thigh and bring that right foot off the floor if you need a deeper stretch, or you can keep the right foot on the floor and not even grab onto the thigh. Letting the right foot come back to the ground and uncrossing the legs. Switching so the right ankle comes onto the left knee. Seeing what space you can find here. Slowing the breath, slowing the heart rate. Letting the left leg come back down if you chose to take it off the earth. Letting the legs go out nice and long and finding your Shavasana. Letting all tension go. Feeling the release after all those twists and binds. Feeling your breath move through you. I'm going to stop talking, but trust I'm still here and we will end our class together. You can stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. If your time has come for the end of your practice, start to take some small movements. Gently roll over onto one side and press yourself up to a seat, maybe keeping the eyes closed. Getting ourselves in and out of binds in our practice can be a metaphor for our life, right? I think the biggest lesson is to not be too hard on ourselves or to not have too many expectations. You did it, and you should be proud. Thank you so much for joining me today and sharing your heart with me as I share mine with you. Namaste.